Okay, good evening. Magandang gabi ho sa inyong lahat. Welcome ho sa ating program. Sonny Laragan ho rito. No? On a Tuesday night, happy Tuesday po. Kumusta ho kayo? No? Kumusta ang inyong linggo? How was it? No? Today is a very special day kasi syempre kasama na naman natin yung ating pinakamamahal na abogada na na-miss natin for about a week, syempre, no? Every Tuesday ho ito. At meron siyang ginagawang parang, hindi naman panata, no? Pero for this year, nakisama siya doon sa kanyang mga kasamahan sa trabaho na mga Muslims, no? Yung meron kasing Ramadan ho kasi itong buwan na ito. So kukumustahin natin, isa na rin sa sorpresa natin, every Tuesday, yung malaman natin kung nakakatayo pa ba. No? Okay na ho ba siya? Siya ho ba'y na-hospital na? No? Dahil, syempre, ang laking sakripisyo ho niya. Hindi ka kakain magmula mga 4 o'clock in the morning na madaling araw. Mga ilang, 16 hours ba yan? Or 18 hours na hindi ka kumakain? Kaya't aalamin ho natin. But anyway, good evening. It's the 27th of April. Etong papunta na tayo into the first bank holiday ng month of May, no? Kaya't ilang araw na lang ho. At May bank holiday. Sa Monday ho, that's the 3rd, wala hong pasok. No? Dahil bank holiday ho yan eh. Okay, syempre, ito na ho, pakikilala ko na ho. At siya magpapaliwanag na rin. No? Medyo na-late ho tayo. Hindi naman na-late, kundi na dahil nga ho meron siyang kumbaga, ito yung kanyang parang ginawang commitment for the month of Ramadan. Yung siya rin ay nagpa-fast the whole day, no? So ito, balitaan ho natin, no? Yung ating pinakamamahal na abogada, no? Mahal ninyo at mahal ko rin, no? Walang iba kundi si Attorney Danna Quinto. Attorney, magandang gabi sa iyo.
Magandang gabi, Mr. Laragan. Thank you so much for the very kind introduction. Maraming salamat po. Thank you for bearing with us. We know we usually start at 8 o'clock, but I kindly asked Mr. Laragan to move it a little bit dahil may special commitment tayo this year to join. Parang pledge na rin. Sabi mo nga commitment, a pledge na samahan yung mga katrabaho ko to experience Ramadan. So this is my day 15 of fasting. So I just had broke my fast about, just trying to look, about 20 minutes ago. So about 20 minutes ago. So literal po, within 5 to 10 minutes of eating, I go straight to Mr. Laragan to do a tech check. So that's the reason why medyo late po tayo. Maraming salamat po for bearing with us. It's for a good cause dahil kumbaga sinamahan nila ako nung nagpasko ako. I'd like to join them to for this special occasion nila, a special sacrifice, a special commitment to walk in their shoes, kumbaga. And it's been a very solemn experience. It's been a very interesting experience. Talagang it's challenging. Talagang you're gonna be stretched dahil I've been waking up probably about 3:30 in the morning, and I've been eating again at about 8:08, 8:15, 8:20, 8:23 earlier. So and still working the usual, still training up for work and doing the usual routine every day. But you do feel a certain meditative almost disposition dahil you're very much aware na limited lang yung energy mo sa isang bagay, and you really have to give energy sa kung ano lang yung dapat. Some days nangyayari, some days hindi masyado. So it's been a learning experience so far. And I just want to thank you, Mr. Laragan. I just want to say, mahal na mahal ko rin po kayo lahat. So thank you for bearing with me. Kamusta po kayo, Mr. Laragan?
Okay naman. We really missed you. Okay lang naman yan. Let's say na late tayo for today because they know that you are nga, di ba, meron kang parang commitment, pledge na to do this, no? You've done it medyo for a few days yata nung mga nakaraan, no? But this time out, you wanted to do the whole, parang the whole stretch for the whole month, no, of Ramadan.
Yeah.
At least nandiyan ka. Yun ang importante. alam nila, 'di ba, na late ka ng
Opo.
konti, pero hindi naman hindi ka naman nawala, no? Andiyan ka
Hindi
pa
hindi
rin
po sadya,
at
hindi po
kasama ka pa rin
sadya.
namin.
Talagang ano lang
Pero,
kasi
okay, parang
baka hindi ako
challenging yung ano, yung
makausap.
pagka nagfa-fast ka, pag may pasok. Pero pagka Sabado Linggo, how is it? Do you still do your fasting? I'm sure yes, because the whole month.
It's the
Pero
whole
kumusta
time.
naman? Para bang mas okay lang because you can, do you sleep it off? Parang the whole day,
Yeah.
gising ka at 3 o'clock, pero tulog ka na lang
Yeah.
uli, ganun ba?
What tends to
Ay,
happen is
teka
that
muna, nawawala. Sandali, hindi kita marinig,
can
no?
you hear me?
Sandali lang. Attorney, ha? Sandali lang, ha? Bakit hindi kita marinig?
It's okay.
Ah, sandali lang, attorney, ha? Bakit hindi kita marinig? Okay. Sandali lang. Hello, attorney?
Yep.
Ayun, okay na. Nawala lang.
Okay na.
Alright. Oh, yan.
Yeah,
Yeah, paano pag weekend, Sabado at Linggo, gigising ka lang ng 3 o'clock, 3:30, kain ka ng konti, and then tulog ka uli? Or do you still do some
yes.
activities? So, ano ba yung ginagawa mo,
No,
attorney? Yung
very much down to basic na lang ngayon. I'll be very honest. Siguro, and this is because it's my first time to do it. I've been feeling a little bit weaker each week. So, talagang kung ano lang yung necessary.
Talaga?
Kung ano lang talaga yung necessary. A little bit weaker each week. Kasi you're physically weaker and you tend to because you've been hindi dire-diretso yung sleep. There are days na I've been sleeping a lot earlier than usual. And then I'll wake up at 3:30 and sometimes I just have 2 glasses of water or isang date or minsan talagang tubig lang. Kasi importante sa akin is sleep. Yung tubig, yung food, you can yung hunger hindi mo, yun ang pinakamadali actually mag-adjust yung hunger.
Your hunger? Okay.
Yung hunger. Your body really just adjusts to it. Yung dehydration, that's the one that sometimes can cause headaches. And actually yung sleep, the lack of continuous sleep, yun yung minsan you feel quite tired. And that's why pag weekend, coming back to your question, it's mostly just going to the groceries, getting a bit of sleep, preparing, I still do a bit of overtime sometimes on a Sunday. So that's what I would normally do, but not much of physical activities. I've heard some people would, but siguro hindi pa ako ganun ka mag-fast. But it's a solemn experience. Sabi po nila, it's to experience being in the shoes of less fortunate natin na mga other people who's only able to eat once a day, regardless of race or religion. And this is the lesson, the takeaway is yung empathy na yun, walk in somebody else's shoes na wala masyadong kakainin, wala masyadong option. It's not even about fasting. Talagang hindi kaya. So it's been an interesting experience. It's been a solemn experience as well. And it's been interesting na yung camaraderie with people who's fasting too. And even with those who are not fasting, who's still checking, are you okay? Are you still fasting? So it's a question every day. So we're counting every day.
Have you lost some weight, attorney? Have you lost some weight?
I think I did. I think
okay. So
did.
maganda pala yan. No?
Yung sleep ko medyo po.
Yung mga damit mo lumuwag na konti. Okay. So pwede mo sabihin, attorney, if people would like to lose weight, for example, yung fasting would be good. Ang sinasabi mo ba, attorney, na kasi once di ba yung sinasabing nalipasan na gutom, pag yung lumipas na, wala na, hindi ka nagutom, di ba? So yun, you can live with it, parang kaya pa, pero yung uhaw hindi, no? So pwede pala, so we can actually, if I wanted to lose weight, I can do that siguro, no? Hindi ako kakain the whole day.
Intermittent fasting, I think Edgar mentioned it last time. May ganung mga diet talaga, 1 meal a day, intermittent fasting, 16-8, and they would only eat in the window of 8 hours, but daytime, hindi katulad nito na dumigising ka sa umaga. So daytime, and then they would pretty much fast the whole night plus a bit more. So, but drink water throughout the day, and that would probably be a bit more comfortable for the longer term. And
Mhm.
maganda yung mga yung mga health benefits, Mr. Laragan. I've read a
Ng
lot about it.
fasting? Sige nga, anong health benefits ng ng intermittent fasting o yung kamukha na ginagawa mong
Yeah, well, fasting and
continuous na ano?
intermittent fasting. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
fasting and
really?
intermittent fasting.
Like what?
Tayo,
Like
mag-learn
ano mga
tayo,
benefits? Sige
mag-learn.
sige, ano mabilis na benefits
They,
yan? Anong
they, they call it they call it the principle of autophagy. So autophagy is
Mhm.
basically self-eating the cells, the bad cells. So when you go into starvation mode, the body would be left after a certain period of time. Hindi lang yung nalipasan ka ng gutom, like literally fasting for about 16 hours plus, plus. Your body goes into the starvation mode, and una niyang kakainin are your bad cells, pretty much. So
Really?
it's
Bad
like the
cells, ha?
cleanup operation, bad cells. So
Hindi
it's
yung
the
taba
cleanup.
mo kakainin niya kagad, hindi yung taba, yung fat, hindi
It
muna.
would, but also it would target that, but also it would hit autophagy, which is to clean up your easily used up cells. So that's what they call autophagy. So when they do that, madaming literature about it, and it's not even religion based. It's just a general
Okay.
scientific
Magbasa nga tayo
principle.
niyan, no?
And the guy who did who I think he won a Nobel Prize who developed the research recently, 2016. I think he was a Japanese and Asian, Southeast Asian
Mhm.
gentleman, a doctor. And he said, look, this is a very good way because in the old days, nung Neanderthal times pa,
Mhm.
hindi naman tayo actually kumakain ng 3 times a day. We
Mhm.
hunt for a long time, and then
Mhm.
which is the fast, and then we feast. No, andyan na yung hunt natin. So our body is actually quite used to this, to this, a period of fasting and a period of feast. So it's actually good,
Okay,
like
ah.
a reset button. So yun yung
Maganda yan.
sabi, yun yung,
Maganda.
it's very, it's, ang dami sa mga diabetic, and I've heard, colleague ko,
Diabetic? Diabetic?
testimonial, diabetic po, yeah.
Na wag kakain, magka-fasting to
Yeah.
practice fasting. Wow, really? Huh? That's good.
Intermittent fasting in their
Intermittent
science. I'm not a
fasting.
doctor, so do take leave. This is legal advice corner, not medical advice
Oo, hindi,
corner.
hindi. Hindi, pero, yeah, hindi. Pero maganda yan, hindi, kasi you're doing
Meron
it.
tayong advice
Oo.
din mamaya, but let's do a health advice corner.
Okay. Pero no,
It's
hindi ka
very
namin din
nice to do.
patatagalin. We won't take much of, hindi ka rin namin masyadong we
Yeah,
understand you can
I
retire
like sharing
early.
about this.
Hindi,
Nice to
I mean,
share that.
attorney, hindi tayo, pwede tayong, we can finish siguro about mga 30 minutes from now para makabawi ka sa tulog. Kasi ito lang naman, month of Ramadan ka lang naman
Oh,
medyo
no,
bitin ng
2 weeks
konti, di
na.
ba? 2 weeks na lang, oh.
2 weeks
Teka
na.
muna, kailan ba tapos niyan? Itong Sabado na? Itong
Hindi pa.
week, linggo, kailan ba tapos ng Ramadan?
Matagal pa po. May 12 or 11 po ata. May 11.
Ay,
Depende sa
may
moon sighting na naman.
lalagpas pala ng ano yan, Mother's Day sa
2 weeks pa.
Pilipinas, no? Mother's Day sa
2 weeks pa po.
May 9 sa ano. Okay.
2
All
weeks.
right. Teka muna,
So,
attorney.
yeah, just a
Hmm.
quick one on the diabetes. So, meron akong coworker in it na who
Hmm.
practices intermittent fasting. And ang testimonial niya is that it helped regulate his yung insulin level niya. There's a lot more out there. So I'm just sharing because I
Oo.
happen
Oo.
across the the research, mga documentary sa YouTube, you can watch it. Madaming mga very user-friendly. At nakakatuwa kasi ako, hindi ko na nararamdaman yung mga joint pain ko kasi di ba nagpa-chiropractor ako no,
Oo, yeah.
last
Okay.
month.
Oo nga. Oo.
I
Hindi mo
feel a lot
nararamdaman ngayon?
better. Hindi na,
Really?
I promise. Hindi talaga. I don't know if it's because
Wow.
hindi ko alam kung dahil fasting ako. I haven't felt a back pain or yung side pain ko and since I fasted. So I don't know if it's just
Okay.
a personal testimony. So there it
Ako
is.
naman,
There's something quite
ikaw,
interesting
I
about
think I need to do that, no? Yung fasting ng konti, no? Ang ginagawa ko lately, attorney, meron akong kaibigan, may-ari nung Shangri-La restaurant sa may West Avenue, no? Simon,
fantastic.
basta Simon, Monsi, o Monsi
I
Julio,
won,
yeah,
I
kasi,
won.
Monsi Julio, may-ari yun, talaga. Well, he lives in, ano ba yung isang posh na village after Camp Aguinaldo, ano pangalan nun?
Forms.
Corinthian, no,
Corinthian Gardens,
Corinthian
yeah,
Gardens.
yeah,
So,
Corinthian Gardens.
anyway, kaibigan ko yon. He is medyo nasa mga past 70s na siya, mag-80s, mga ganun, no? Pero
Oh,
his keys ang na-discover daw niya, attorney, uminom siya ng, ano pangalan to, yung, naku, nakalimutan ko na yun. Yung meron dito nabibili mo sa mga boots, mga kung ano-ano eh. Yung ano,
yeah.
nakalimutan. Sa mga buto, pagkatapos talaga nawala daw, he swears by
Collagen?
it, ha? Hindi collagen.
Collagen? Not collagen.
Pag next time, naalala ko,
Sige po.
ipapaala. Ngayon, I, di ba nahihilig ako magluto? So nagbabasa-basa ako,
Opo.
nabasa ko about yung beetroot. So instead of eating the beetroot or
Ah!
preparing the beetroot, parang matrabaho sa akin, yung juice na lang
Yeah.
binili ko. Nagulat ako. So I
Okay.
started drinking beetroot juice, yung beet it
Okay.
yata. Oo, beat
Yeah.
it. Pagtingin mo pala, nakakatulong pala yun sa yung mga... Dati if I try to run, ang sakit kagad, one run lang,
Uh-huh.
sakit na ng paa ko. Pero
Yeah.
lately, ng huling run ko, okay. So I don't know if you might wanna
Very
go into...
good.
Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Or have you ever
You beat.
drunk
Yeah.
yung beat it? Beat it
Yeah,
ba yun?
I've drunk beet juice, beetroot juice. I've drunk beetroot. I've heard of beetroot juice before na magaling
Oo.
ano daw po.
Ginagamit daw ng
It's
mga
one of the
mga
superfood
athletes.
ata siya eh. Superfood.
Superfood.
Yeah.
At saka ginagamit din sana mga
Superfood.
athletes sa mga parang mga training nila, no? Nakakatulong
Yeah,
na
that's right.
oo, so yun, sports, basta ganun, mahusay. I tried it, so far, okay naman. Hindi naman ako, parang nawala yung, dati pagkatapos ko to do anything, masakit na katawan ko. Pero lately, yun, parang kamukha na ginagawa mo sa fasting, nawala yung, di ba,
Yeah.
nag-Cairo ka?
Wala
Nawala
lahat.
yung sakit mo, which is good.
No?
Eh,
It was
mukhang
good. It was very, very good. Yeah.
mukhang ma-encourage kami ang mga ano kaya
Yes.
mangyari? Subukan ko kaya mga pa one day muna, no? Ano suggestion mo
One
lang?
day lang.
Quickly
One
lang,
day
parang
lang.
mabilis. One day lang. One
Ano
day lang.
muna, one day,
Once
yeah,
a week.
one day lang. Once a
Oo.
week, yeah, once a
Tapos the
week.
following week,
You,
twice a week. Tapos the
I
following week,
know, I
3.
know.
Four hanggang maka...
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
ano. Yeah.
Sa bagay, yan, parang, di ba, running from couch to 5K ba yun? Ang pangalan nun?
Yeah,
Di ba?
couch to
You start
5K.
with
Yes,
one
that's right.
30-minute run, 45-minute walking, 30-minute, and then
That's right.
tataas, di ba? So,
That's right.
ayan. Okay, teka muna, attorney, makapagbati sa atin. Tingnan natin yung mga kung binabati tayo, mahal tayo ng mga kababayan natin, no? Ayan. Tama ba yan?
Yeah, wow.
Ano
Ang
message
ganda
niya?
ng-
Gumanda ba siya?
Ganda. Ang ganda
ganda,
ng
ganda. Black and white,
profile picture. You're very gorgeous, Emeline. Good evening, Sonny and Attorney Danna. Happy Tuesday, everyone. All caps ulit.
Oy, pag hindi niya ginawa yan, attorney, may sakit yan. May nangyari dyan. Pagka ganyan. Diba?
Hindi na tayo mahal pag
Hindi na tayo mahal. Oo, hindi na tayo mahal niyan. Oo, yan. Emeline, mabuhay ka. Mabuhay.
Mabuhay ka, Emeline.
Buhay, Emeline. Si Emeline kaya nito ginagawa mo, attorney, yung hindi ka kumakain ng 18 hours ba? 16 hours?
16 to 17 probably.
16
so
to 17 hours.
4,
Oo.
yeah, 16 to 17.
Nako.
Yeah, exactly.
So, kinakain mo lang dates lang, attorney?
Or
Dates ba
18,
tawag doon?
yeah.
Dates lang kinakain mo sa umaga? Okay.
Sometimes, minsan po, tubig lang din.
Bakit
Kasi, hindi ako
tinamad ka na
makatulog pag busog ako. Tinatamad ako. Antok na antok po.
dahil sa walang laman ng tiyan mo, tas maski konti lang kainin mo, parang busog ka na, ganon.
Busog na
Parang
busog
lumit
na
ba
ako.
ang tiyan mo? Parang
Madali
lumit
po
ang tiyan mo?
mabusog. Yeah. Madali ka pong mabusog.
Pero
That's one thing.
Pero pagkatapos sa fasting mo, parang marami ka namang kakainin, bumabawi ka ba? O wala kang rin gana kumain?
Bumabawi po.
Bumabawi ka.
May gana. May gana pa rin. Mas masarap ang
okay.
pagkain. Mas masarap ang pagkain, Mr. Laray. Talagang nanom na nanom.
Talaga.
Yeah,
Sa bagay, ganun talaga. Pagka gutom ka, maski hindi masarap ang pagkain, di ba? If you eat anything, masarap. I don't know if you experience that. Gutom na gutom ka.
Totoo.
Maski walang lasa yung kinain mo, masarap eh. Dahil sa sobrang
Masarap
gutom.
pa rin.
Di ba? Masarap pa rin.
That's good.
Ayan. Okay, ito next pakibasa, attorney.
Dito po. Hi, masayang Tuesday, Sir Sonny and Attorney Danna Ganda and all kababayan from Belfast, Rudy Librojo. Good evening, Rudy.
Oh, Rudy,
Ania, and
good
the
evening.
rest of the-
Si Rudy. Ito. Ayan. Si Marian
Oh,
Galicia
Marian
Panera.
Galicia Panera. Hello po, Kuya Sonny and Attorney Danna at sa lahat. Happy Tuesday po. And stay safe and God bless us po. Marian Galicia pala.
Marian,
Good evening,
mabuhay.
Marian.
Good evening, mabuhay ka, Marian, ha? Oy, bumati ulit. At tinagalog naman ni Rudy. Parang may translation, no?
Hi, Masayang Tuesday.
Masayang Tuesday.
Sir Sonny. Attorney
Ayan.
Danna, kababae from Mesa. Masayang Tuesday. Gusto ko yan.
Masayang Tuesday talaga.
translate.
Oh, good evening, good evening. Uy,
Masayang
pagka
Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everyone.
talking of Happy Tuesday, nami-miss ko yung ating promotor diyan, si ano pangalan daw? Si Ed, sino pangalan ng ano?
Edgardo Cagahasyan.
Cagahasyan, no?
Nasa YouTube ata siya tumatambay kasi nakita natin siya nag-hi sa YouTube. Andiyan ka ba?
Right.
Edgardo, original author.
Oo, author ng ano?
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Ayan. Attorney, ayan, si Edgar Duay, bumabati sa atin.
Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat, mga taga-subaybay, Attorney Dicky, the idol, and legendary Sonny Laragan. How do you do?
Oy, okay naman kami. Edgar, ikaw, kumusta ka naman? Uy, si Edgar, ano na yan, ha? Cartoonist yan sa ating dyaryo, no? Meron siyang cartoon, tapos yung mga travel niya, na-document natin, no? So, good evening, Edgar, ha? Mabuhay. Ayan.
Dapat tayo din, Mr. Laragan, pag ano na tayo, magkaroon tayo ng episode sa Lake District or kina Edgar.
Yes. Looking forward itong pag lumuwag na. Sabi nga rin yata, May is hopefully travel. Pwede ng international travel. Tapos by June, parang wala na yata tayong
Wala na talaga.
Nabasa mo ba yan? Nakita mo yan? Parang walang mask by
Nabasa
June.
ko din po.
Oo, sana tuloy-tuloy na, no? Sana tuloy-tuloy na. Ikaw nakadalawa ka na, no? Hindi pa. Nakadalawa ka na ba?
Hindi pa po. June 5 pa po yung pangalawa ko.
Okay. Maswerte ka. Ikaw, may schedule ka na. Kami, wala pa.
Wala kang schedule.
2 months na ako. February 23 ako unang maturukan. So, March 23, April 23, nakakadalawang buwan na ako. Di ba, 12 weeks yan. Ako, worried ako. Hindi ko pa ako, wala pa. Wala pa.
Tawagan na yan.
Pati si attorney, si attorney Lira, meron na rin pangalawa. Pareho kayo.
May pangalawa na rin.
Pag-abogado yata, kailangan yata advance, no?
Nilalagay agad,
oh.
Schedule.
Sayang, I'd like to have it right away. Oo. Okay, ito, si Rafa. Uy, si Rafa, yan.
Si Feli po muna, si Feli.
Si Feli, sorry. Si Feli. Uy, si Feli.
Bago si Rafa.
Yeah. Si Feli, one of my angels nung araw. Meron akong mga 6, 5, 7 angels. Iba-ibang kulay yan. May yellow, may white, may ganon. Iba-ibang kulay yan, Yeah. Si Feli Besmonte naka-base sa Paris, France, attorney, no?
Oh, wow!
And
ano ba? Bonjour.
She works anong embassy yan, Feli? Embassy, hindi ko alam kung Iraqi o kung sinong ambassador kanyang pinagtatrabahuan, no? So si Feli, mabuhay ka, no? And of course, mabuhay ka, Feli, ha? Thank you for dropping. Thank you, ha? Nagparamdam ka. Si Rafa, ayan.
Rafa, good evening po, Kuya Sonny and Attorney Danna. Rafa, ganda ng ano.
Oo, si Rafa. May ano yata si Rafa, may program. Asa ba daw? Ito. Okay, upcoming show ni Rafa is May 1 at 2 p.m.
Ayun.
Yung Britanya ngayon ba to? Oo. Sandali, asa na ba?
Ayun. Supportahan natin si Rafa.
Si Rafa. Si Rafa, ano natin yan? Nakalagay dito sa Rafa, ano natin, sharer yata. Sharer. Parang pag, di ba sa pangalan nakalagay sharer, no? Oo.
Thank you, Rafa, and all the best sa show nyo.
All the best, no? Britanya ngayon. Kasama sino ba? Saturday, 2 p.m. Britanya ngayon, no? Sino ang host nito? May mukhang nakikita ko si Babu at saka si Ami, no? Si Ami Balyao. Ayan, mga kaibigan, no? So, supportahan natin yan, no? Sa Britanya.
Supportahan natin, kababayan natin.
Ngayon, oo. Okay, ito si Mark. Ito naman, siya, top fan naman natin to, attorney. Pagka meron tayo siguro, meron tayong regalo sa atin dahil top fan siya. One of our fans. Si Mark Natal. Mark, ano sabi niya, attorney?
Good evening, Sir Sonny and Attorney Danna. Good evening, Mark. Hope you're keeping safe at maraming salamat for supporting us.
Thank you. Ito yung ating kaibigan mula sa, ano ba to, Dorset ba to nakatira? Saan ba nakatira to si May
Exeter,
Tigbaw? Exeter. Exeter pala. Devon. Ayan na,
Exeter,
ayan na.
Wow, guys.
Oo.
Yeah, good evening po, Sir Sonny and Attorney Danna. Happy Tuesday watching from Exeter, Devon. May Tigbaw,
Mabuhay.
Vargas. Sarap
Mabuhay,
pumunta
May,
ng
ha?
Devon.
Oo. Yes, si
Sarap,
Devon.
sarap, sarap pumunta. Nakakamiss ko, promise.
Nakapunta ka na ba Exeter?
Nakapunta na po ako
Hindi
Exeter,
ko alam
yes.
kung saan ako nakarating.
A long time ago. Kung saan ako
Na,
nakakapunta, no?
oo nga, attorney, parang
Gala,
nainggit ako sa'yo.
galang-gala.
Parang grabe ka sa adventure. Talaga nakakainggit ka talaga, no? Susundan ka namin, no? Eventually,
Sige.
this summertime siguro, o summertime na siguro, no? Ito si, Blessy, sino to? Blessy Manang,
Manangbaw. Bago po ata
Manangbaw.
si Blessy. Welcome Blessy. Good evening.
Good
Sabi
evening
ni
to
Blessy.
all.
Good evening po to all. Good evening then,
Si,
Blessy.
si Blessy ba is a first-time viewer natin o hindi? Parang nakita mo na ba siya dati?
First time, ano ba? First time mo ba,
Parang
Blessy?
first time.
And tagasan ka
Oo.
ba? Tagasan ka
Ayan.
ba? Check in tayo.
Uy! Andito yung kumare ko. No,
Si Kumare.
Si Kumaring Marites
Sino kumare?
Allen, may programa kami pagka Wednesday.
The real.
Tama, bukas manood kayo, alauna ha, ng hapon kami dalawa ng ating kumare.
Ano tayo?
At,
1
at
o'clock.
simula na
Marites.
by next week, attorney, yung Sonny Laragan show, babalik na talaga officially, finally.
Fantastic.
Parang naglalaro-laro lang tayo nung nakaraan. Pero yan, tapos sa Wednesday, kasama natin yung kumare natin na si Marites Allen.
Yun.
Mare, good evening ha. Ayan. Maganda.
evening,
Kilala
Marites.
mo ba si Adarna, attorney? Si pangalan daw, si Ellen Adar. Ellen
Si
ba yun?
Ellen Adarna.
Oo.
Hindi ko siya kilala personally.
Oo.
Kilala ko lang siya.
Pero ikaw,
Kilala ko
you can't speak Cebuano, Bisayang, You only, alam mo, Ilonggo, no?
Jutay lang. Jutay.
Marunong
Jutay
din.
lang
Pwede ka
ang
magsalita
Bisaya.
din ng
A little
konti
bit.
ng alito. Okay.
Jutay.
Hindi kasi nga si,
Asabot.
ito si
Jutay.
attorney, Bisaya tong si Kumare. Pati siyempre yung ating
Si
partner na
Marites.
si Sol, no?
Yeah.
Pareho silang Bisaya. Good
Bisaya.
evening, Mare, ha? Bukas, meron tayong ano ba topic natin bukas? Ayan. Oo, si Miss Marites Allen. Ayan. Sikat na feng shui expert yan. Kaibigan natin. All right. Okay.
Ganda din ng profile picture.
Ay, oo. Talagang grabeng kagandahan ng ating kumare. Brains and beauty din yan, no? Brains and beauty. Ayan.
Bago
Rosario.
tayo. Rosario Bitangkor. Hello po. Good evening. Good evening, Rosario. First time din ata ito.
Ang ganda
First timer ba?
Maganda ba ang
Rosario?
pagkaka-post niya? Maganda ang posing niya. Maganda, no? Maganda
Posing, yes.
Oh,
Taga
good
saan
evening,
ka,
Rosario,
Rosario? Where are you from?
Taga saan ka ba? Madrid, Spain.
Oh, fantastic!
Good evening.
Hola!
Ay. Sabi niya,
paano ba magsa?
Hola.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Buenas
Tama ba?
tardes.
Buenas noches.
tama.
Buenas tardes.
Tardes.
Adios, patria adorada.
Adios,
Región del Sur, querida. Perla del Mar de Oriente,
Gracias.
nuestro perdido Eden. But good evening to you, Rosario. Thank you very much for for watching. Manood kayo dito sa Filipino TV. So on a Tuesday night, ito si attorney Danna Quinto. On a Thursday night, around 8 o'clock, 9 p.m. sa'yo, Rosario, yung Immigration Corner. Bukas, manood ka ng alas 2 ng hapon sa'yo, alauna sa amin dito, alauna sa Ay, siya nga pala, titignan ko, baka sakali attorney, makapamigay ako ng regalo. Next week.
Ayun.
Sana, no? Yung, titignan ko kung maaprobahan. Pag naaprobahan, mamimigay ko ng regalo. Tatawag kayo, manonood kayo sa show namin sa hapon. At pwede kayong manalo ng pwede nyo regalo sa nanay nyo. Ang mananalo sa Europe, attorney. Pero
Europe,
ang tatanggap,
kasi Filipino TV Europe na.
ang tatanggap, yung mami nila sa Pilipinas. Dahil Mother's Day next week. Hopefully. Teka mo na, bakit ko ba in-announce? Baka mamaya, di pala matuloy. Di ba? Nakakahiya pa ako.
Okay lang yun.
Uy, eto na si Edgar Duay. Yan.
Ayun, we would like to welcome Father Taz. Hi, Father Taz, here in Derby, and our new 18 nurses that just arrived here in Derby. Welcome, 18 nurses. Welcome to UK. And maraming salamat sa hard work nyo sa healthcare system namin.
Yes,
Maraming
yes.
salamat. And all the best sa future
Mabuhay.
nyo sa UK. Dami,
Mabuhay kayo.
18 new nurses. Ang galing, mabuhay. Good luck sa journey nyo dito. Nakakatawa
November 18
naman.
nurses that just arrived here in
You,
Darby.
18. You,
Oy, oh.
18.
Father Tas,
Dami.
siguro, ma-interview ko rin yung pare
Bagong
sa ano,
season.
siguro sa hapon, no, during the Sonny Laragan show, no? Oy, Virginia Alona, ito yung nagyayaya sa ating
Ayun.
merienda. Magmerienda sa Sweden. And then, Virginia, good evening. Mabuhay ka. We love you, ha? But,
Ganda, thank you. Nandun na yung sticker. Oh. Akala ko wala man.
I think, hindi, Ilonggo ba si Virginia? Ilonggo yata si Virginia, eh. Iloilo or something,
Virginia,
or Bacolod.
Ilonggo ka. Ilonggo ka mo. Mayong gabi sa inyo dira, Virginia.
Oo nga, oo. Baka,
Ayo dira, halong permi.
kung hindi ako nagkakamali, parang Ilonggo. Ilonggo ka nga ba, Virginia? Are you from, ano?
Ilonggo ka mo.
Si kumari kasi, si Marites Allen, Visaya siya, no? Ano pangalan to?
Right.
Nathan Pri? Kilala mo yan, Tony?
Nathan Pre. Hindi ko
Nathan Pri, hi.
Pero maganda yung
Welcome, ha?
profile picture niya.
Watching from Surrey.
From
Thank you.
Sorry.
Yes,
Good evening,
watching from Surrey. Good evening.
Nathan or Nathan Pre.
Nathan,
Yes.
Ba,
Sorry.
nag-ano na, Sumagot si Belinda, attorney. Si Blessy pala, should say. Blessy.
Blessy, taga Islington.
Islington daw siya.
Islington.
Oo.
Gitna.
Ayan. Uy,
Lapit sa King's Cross.
may nag-message sa YouTube. Sa YouTube, yan,
Belinda,
si Belinda.
hi Belinda! Hello,
Belinda,
hello,
hi, Belinda.
Donald. Hi Belinda!
Ayan,
Hello.
okay. I like your surname, no? Maganda yan, Bartlett.
Yes.
Ayan, si Edgar, sabi niya, maganda daw sa, ano, sabi niya?
Sa Exeter, Love Ilfrome, andyan ang huling castle na tinayo sa UK. Wow. Trivia! Ang galing!
Galing talaga.
Ay, nakakatawa
Trivia.
dito eh. Nagdaan tayo eh. Trivia, Health Advice Corner, Travel
Ayan,
Advice Corner.
Oo nga. Yeah, 'di ba? At least andyan involved yung ating mga viewers and they tell us yung mga information. And they're telling us kung nasa saan sila, no? Which is nice, no?
Exactly.
Ayan, si Juliet Marcelino, yan.
Good evening, Sonny and Attorney Danna. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Good evening, Juliet. And nakabakuna na rin si Juliet. I have had my COVID vaccine.
Talaga, pinagbalik pa niya, no? Talagang
Oo.
okay na yan. Talagang may COVID. Tama naman, di ba? Ikaw nga, attorney, di ba?
Tama
Nakita nakita yung ano mo, di ba? Lahat. Oo. Oy, si Maring Marites,
kailanganin bago mag-travel eh.
Thanks
for the mention, guys.
Good
Thanks
evening,
for the
attorney.
mention, guys. Good evening.
You are super galing.
Hugs to you, guys.
I'll see you
Aw,
tomorrow.
thank you.
Yes. Oo. Ayan.
Hugging you back, Marites. Thank
Hugging,
you so
oh.
much.
Si
Appreciation. It's
Kumare,
very
si
kind.
Kumaring Marites. Well, we're together on a Tuesday. Meron siyang show ng Monday din. Meron siyang show ng Friday. Pero
Fantastic.
pag Wednesday, magkasama kami, no? Sa Monday, nag-host siya, nag-guest siya. Hindi ko alam kung kailan yung month ng, basta may month na puro mga taga UK yata, no? Ang mga guest
Oh,
niya.
wow.
Na mga,
Brilliant.
mga psychic, kung sino ng mga interesting na mga, na mga personalities dito sa United Kingdom. Oy, si Rafa
More
Rafa.
power, Marites. Power.
Marites,
Rafa.
mabuhay ka, no? Ayan.
More
Ayan,
power.
si Rafa. Salamat po, Kuya Sonny. Ayan, Tony Danna, sa support and pag-plug po ng aming upcoming shows namin po ng Britanya ngayon. Ito meron siya rito. Ito, we'll show them. Merong flash lang dito si let's see if we
Sige naman.
we could put it.
Porta
ito.
sa porta, tayo lang magkababayan sa United Kingdom.
Ayan, si Babu,
Ayun,
si
si Rafa.
Rafa, si Ami, si biglang nag-mental block ako. Si Carol at saka yung si Pelais yata to, no? Ayan. So, Britanya ngayon, no? Saturday, May 1, yung kanilang maiden show.
2
Ayan.
p.m.
All right.
Good luck, and
Good luck.
enjoy the show and enjoy your first episode. I'm sure it'll be great. So yes, Britanya
Yeah.
ngayon next Saturday.
Ito, authority, yung mga ating mga pagbati ito. Talagang thank you, Rosario, your Bitangkor.
Thank you.
Parang may kilala akong Bitangkor, attorney. Salamat po sa pag-mention at pagbasa po. Salamat din.
Salamat.
Ayan.
Salamat. Nakakamiss mag-Spain.
Oo.
Nakakamiss mag-travel. Pangalawang mention ko na. Kating-kati na ako mag-travel.
Oo. Hindi, totoo yan,
Kasi
Tony.
siguro Mr. Larag.
Yes, hindi
Kapit-kapit
ako
na
talaga
lang.
excited na rin talaga. Ngayon nga, 'di ba, ang mangyayari niyan baka mga staycations, lalakas ang staycations dahil yun lang ang way natin dahil siyempre hirap mag-travel sa ibang bansa, 'di ba? May mga countries na
Correct.
nasa red list, magkakaroon yata ng amber, magkakaroon ng green. Sana no, at least yung
Yeah,
ano.
that's right.
Yan, yun ang
That's
kanin
right. Si
natin, no?
Edgar may panawagan. Ma'am Cora Carsola, good evening. Nood na po kayo.
Ay, may
Ma'am
sumagot.
Cora. Hello, Edgar, my dear.
Si Ma'am Cora,
Hello,
good evening.
hello.
Oo. Kita mo, bumawi siya, ha? Sumagot din, no? So, para silang, meron
Wala
silang
rin
ano eh.
tayo.
Para silang nag-chat-chat na sa chat room natin, no? Silang dalawa. Hello, Ma'am, ha?
That's
Mabuhay.
very good.
Si Ma'am Cora Carsola
Mabuhay po.
is, hindi niyo ho na itatanong. Kami ho ni Danna are from Notre Dame ho. Produkto kami ng mga Damers ho kami, no? Ikaw,
Mga
nasaan
Damian.
ka? Anong Dame, Notre Dame ka, attorney?
Notre Dame Siena School of Marbel sa Coronadal, South Cotabato.
Ay,
Yan.
magkasama, Notre Dame Siena ang pangalan?
Yun na po yung
Ah,
naging
right, oh.
pangalan. Originally, Notre Dame of Marbel. Tapos, nung fourth year high school ako, I think fourth year high school ako, naging Notre Dame Siena School of Marbel. Pero magkakapatid naman po ata yung mga school.
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Kasi may Siena
Notre
College sa
Dame,
Metro Manila, di ba? Sa Manila, sa
correct,
Manila,
yes.
Siena College.
Abin, nakapunta na po ako. Nakapunta po ako sa Siena.
Okay.
Sa Siena. Sa
Ang,
Taytay, Manila ba yun? Sa Manila ba? Siena, Manila. Yeah.
Siena Manila. Pero may Siena, sa mga Siena College, sa Cubao ba?
Siena College.
O sa, Siena yata yung nasa tapat na sa Quezon City, yung Siena tapat ng station ba namin? Nakalimutan ko na yata.
Yeah,
Ayun,
Siena College. Yeah.
Ayan, Notre
Kapunta,
Dame.
God, a long time ago, 20 years ago.
Wow. All right. Yes, kasi alam ko, Siena College yata yun ang nasa tapat ng eskwela ng station naman, yung Mareco Broadcasting Network. Kung saan lahat ng mga plaka yata, halos lahat ng plaka sa buong Pilipinas, pinipress doon sa aming, kasi isang compound yan, isang complex yan, attorney. So lahat ng mga records mo, kunyari maghanap ka ng mga lumang records, pag tinignan mo yung parang manufactured, parang by Mareco, ganun, sa records, Manila
Ang
Recording
galing!
Company,
Ang galing!
doon kami.
Ang galing!
Isa sa mga businesses ng Villar family nung araw yan. So,
Oh, wow!
ayan. Yan ang ating mga first batch ng mga napagod tayong mga pagbati, no? Napagod yan. Marami yung mga pagbati. Na-miss ka, Tony,
Nakakatawa.
eh. Na-miss ka kasi
Nakakamiss.
dahil,
Yeah.
tawag dito, we are gonna be, tawag dito, every Tuesday ka lang namin nakikita, eh. Parang kayong dalawa, si Attorney Lira, pagka Thursday naman, no? Talagang, pero alam mo, nakakatuwa si Attorney Lira dahil si Attorney Lira parang pag dumating yung Thursday, parang hindi na yata siya makatulog mula ng Wednesday evening. Nakakatuwa talaga siya. Looking forward siya dahil, siyempre because of these friends of ours, yung mga kababayan welcoming us.
Yeah.
Kaya ikaw, we really, really miss you. Hindi baling malate dahil alam kong gutom na gutom ka at nagpa-fast ka. Pero at least nandiyan ka pa.
Come on.
Diba?
So
Diba?
thank you. It will only be 2 more weeks, mga and then by then we'll be back to prompt 8 o'clock. So next week, siguro mga 8:40, 8:45.
Yeah.
And then the week after, yung huli. And then we're back to 8 o'clock. So thank you for bearing with us. It's for a good cause. It's for camaraderie, walking in somebody else's shoes. And sana, minsan yung pag nag-sacrifice ka, you can have yung parang pwede mo siyang i-dedicate to something. So hopefully para sa lahat ng mga taga-support bubble natin, may give everyone a good vibe, good luck and good luck charm for the rest of the year. So yun yung dedication natin, and I hope mag-spread din yung blessing na yun. So it's all for a good cause.
I look forward din na magkakita-kita din tayo, no? So magkakaroon tayo ng sama-sama ng mga ating, at least we finally get to see yung ating mga no? Yung mga kabubble, social virtual bubble natin, no? Si Darmin, Darmin from Reunion.
Si Darmin, habol-habol.
Oh, okay. All right. Attorney, siyempre na-miss ka namin, nagkakwentuhan tayo, nakita ka namin ulit, no? At least, kumbaga, maski na-move na konti yung natin dahil nga yung na-extend yung fast mo, no? At you have to eat muna, di ba? Maski paano. Pero sabi mo, every week humihina ka. Are you parang ganun ba naging ano, from the first to the second to the third? So are we expecting na parang hihina ka pa ng konti pa next week?
Hindi naman yung sobrang hina. I think I just go to bed earlier.
Okay,
Mas
okay.
ano lang ako, mas mindful lang siguro ako na talagang alam mo yung minsan na alam mo eto yung energy. Hindi naman sa mas mababa yung quality ng work sa lahat ng mga clients ko. I'm still mindful na
Mm.
tama yung trabaho. Pero mas ano ka na parang isipan mo, worth it ba tong energy na to? Worth it ba yung pag yung gagawin ko na to justified ba na paglagyan ko ng energy to? And that's a very good me. I'm not saying perfect yung execution, but yun yung parating iniisip mo, mindful ka na may ganito kang oras and you tend to really concentrate, Mr. Laragan. Walang lunch, so I just work because what do I need to do? What do I do but just work throughout lunchtime? So actually, I get more things done because I start quite early. I start about 8 o'clock. And then I tend to still do a 10-hour day
Oh, okay.
at the end of it. So eight to six. So 10 hours pa rin na solid, walang lunchtime. And sometimes it tends, looking back, minsan mas feel mo, mas productive ka kasi feel mo, kailangan ko matapos by 6. Kasi bababa na yung energy level ko after 6 o'clock.
Pero ako, attorney, kanina I was trying to work on something. I have to work on a couple of letters.
Yeah.
Napagod yung brain cells ko talaga, no? Hindi ko pa natatapos, nagugutom na ako. So, sabi ko, teka muna, kakain muna ako. Ikaw ba? Because
Yeah.
siyempre, sobrang busy and parang nakakoncentrate
Yeah.
ka ron. Was there a time initially, no, first week mo or even second week o ngayon na para bang dahil sa mukhang kailangan seryoso tong gagawin mo, may siguro, you have to really
Yeah.
concentrate on it. Hindi ka ba nagugutom?
Yung yung siguro yung first week, yung first few days
Oo.
rather, yun mas I think gutom ako buong araw. Hindi lang dahil may
May
binasa
ginagawa
ako
ka?
buong araw.
Oo.
Para
Okay.
what tends to happen, Mr. Laragan, is talaga nag-a-adjust yung body. I was very surprised. Kasi nga, di ba, I'm a grazer. Sabi nga nila sa akin, maya-maya, andun ako dun sa may kung nasan yung cookie jar. Andun ako
Mm.
kung saan ako na I'm having snacks every 2-3 hours.
Mm.
And then I was really surprised because talagang wala ngayon. And I don't even have coffee. I used to drink a lot of coffee. And yun ang isa sa
Bawal ba
pinaka
coffee?
bawal po ang tubig, bawal ang lahat.
Teka muna. Di ba, akala ko pwede uminom ng tubig.
Hindi po pwede uminom ng tubig. There's no
Wala
water.
kang kakainin, wala kang iinumin talaga, pati inom lang. I mean, inom at saka ano. Wow.
Correct. Yeah,
Akala
correct.
ko pwede tubig.
Hindi po. Hindi po. Yeah.
Eh,
It's a complete fast.
paano ka nag-survive? Ngayon,
Yeah.
akala ko what you were saying was, hindi mo pwede mo kang mabuhay o pwede mo kayanin pala, not really mabuhay, kayanin na hindi ka kumakain. Pero yung hindi ka uminom, yun ang medyo pinaka-difficult part yata. So, so
Yun ang
total pala talaga, wala kang iinumin, wala kang
yeah.
kakainin. Well, kain okay, no? Walang iinumin.
Walang iinumin, walang kakainin. Yeah.
Akala ko tubig-tubig lang pa pwede. Akala ko. So, I was,
Wala talaga.
wow, hirap pala
Yeah,
niyan, no?
wala. Basically, that's their way. That's the Ramadan way. So I'm doing it my Muslim brothers and sisters way. So that's their
Wow,
cookies. No
hirap naman yan,
water.
attorney.
No water then. No coffee. No anything. Yun yung for me, the healthiest probably result of it is bumaba yung caffeine consumption ko. So I can now function without coffee pretty much. So
Ah,
it's been interesting.
wow. Parang ang hirap
It's
kasi
been
parang
hard. The water, the
parang,
water
di
is
ba,
hard.
parang addiction mo na yan sa coffee maski paano. How many cups of coffee do you finish in a day or drink in a
At
day? Ilan
least
yan?
three.
O
At
three.
least three. Could be five sometimes if it's a
Oo.
hard day.
Minsan, dodoble ka ng ano, pag may alam mong gagawin ka, you wanna prepare,
Yeah,
tapos parang inom ka ng
that's
coffee,
right.
kailangan
Yeah,
para alert
so,
ka, no?
yeah, that's right.
Wow. Ang hirap niyan, ha? Mahirap pala yung ginawa mo, attorney.
Yeah,
Akala ko all the while, hindi ka lang kumakain. Akala ko umiinom
yeah.
ka ng tubig. Oo, wow. Ang hirap pala
No
niyan.
water. No
Paano
water, no food.
paano kung tuyong-tuyo ng lips mo? How do you manage? Parang,
You get used to it. You get used to it.
really,
You
ha?
get used to
Wow.
it. You get used to it.
Wow,
So
bigat
talagang
naman.
Naka ano yung
Oh,
curtain para hindi ako maanuhan ng init ng yung blinds ko sa office ko para
grabe.
hindi ako ma-dehydrate. That's the reason why it's quite a somber experience. It's a very interesting experience.
Mm. At
And yeah.
ito, habol ko lang siya, no? Si, ito.
Ano sino ba?
Hindi mo sinasagot Virginia Alona, na Virginia, kung ikaw ay Ilongga, no? Kasi si Attorney Ilongga. Sabi niya, Attorney Danna,
Yeah.
sa fasting mo, mayroon ka bang special wish? Ba?
Okay.
Hindi, yung ano yata, sa
Yeah.
Ramadan yata. May wish pa ba? Kailangan mag-wish ka? Mag-pray lang
Yeah,
sila.
well, meron daw po. Meron daw po. Yeah,
Ang,
meron din daw po.
ang kaya ko
Meron
lang,
din.
3 days. God bless. Ayun. Ang
Thank
fasting
you,
mo ba,
Virginia.
Virginia, walang tubig? Kasi fasting, kamukha nun, si attorney hindi kumakain. Kaya mo ba yun, no? Yung bang sinasabi mo fasting, both, no? Inumin at saka
Yeah, food,
pagkain.
water. Yeah.
Ayan. Ito, si Edgar Duay, ano ba ito sinasabi niya? I only eat morning and evening after 8 p.m. That's my
Yeah.
own intermittent diet.
Yeah,
Malakas,
intermittent.
makaliit ng tiyan. Totoo ba yan?
Totoo,
Totoo ba
totoo
yan?
yung intermittent
So,
fasting.
I only eat morning and evening. Ano yan, hindi na siya kakain ng lunch?
Hindi
Lunch
siya
lang hindi mo
kakain
kinain?
probably for 12 hours, maybe. Probably for 12 hours. He's probably not eating for
Okay.
12 hours. Intermittent fasting. Yeah, malakas,
Okay.
malakas na ano.
Sabi ni Virginia, waray daw siya. Sabi niya from
Wala
Leyte.
lang.
Sabi ni
Wala yung
Edgar,
si
oo.
Virginia.
Ayun, oo. May tigbaw. Bongga po ako.
Ilongga. Ilongga.
From Bacolod City, Negros Occidental. Ayan. Pwede kayo
Ngayong
mag-usap ni
gabi,
attorney
May.
ng
Ngayong gabi,
Ilonggo.
ising mo dira. Halong ka dira, May. Halong ka dit.
Ayun.
Natuwa.
Ito sabi niya sabi niya water is necessary, sabi niya. Sabi ni Virginia Elona. Ano to? Danna, si Danna and Sonny. I speak
Ano.
I speak fluent waray. Ayun. I speak
I mean,
fluent
the
waray.
normal fasting is nagtutubig, but obviously this is a special kind of fast. This is the Ramadan fast. So I'm following kung ano yung ginagawa ng mga colleagues ko, and that's the reason why. But yes, you're correct. Water is absolutely essential. Kung if you're doing for a health fast, maybe I would probably do it with ako personally, I'd probably do it with water. But so ngayon, so dahil we're trying to walk in their shoes, that's the reason why complete water and food fast.
Ayan. Attorney, okay kaya? Would you like us to go to the questions na? Mag-question na tayo?
May
discuss ka ba? Okay.
I will definitely kasi nilagay ko dun sa tag ko. So I'll just quickly
Go.
give a
Sige, hindi ko,
session about.
sige.
It's fine. It's no problem. It's no
Anong,
problem. So
hindi,
yeah.
what did you want to discuss for tonight nga pala? Anong pwedeng anong
Hey,
i-discuss?
just a very quick point about settlement agreements. Kasi parati
Sige.
nating, ano yung settlement na yan? Parati mong sinasabi, attorney, settle ka dito, settle dyan. What
Ayan.
exactly is settlement? And ano yung terms? Kung kayo yung makikipag-settle o makikipag-usap sa ka-dispute nyo, what are the terms na kailangan yung that you need to agree upon, or you really need to clarify when you're entering a settlement. So what is settlement? Settlement is basically an agreement that brings dispute to an end rather than being decided by the court. So kayo mismo, imbes na ang court ang nagbigay ng judgment on a case. So you dealt with it, you have a compromise na tinatawag, either direct negotiations, round table meeting, you may have heard that, mediation, or even just written correspondences. So that's pretty much a settlement agreement. So nag-compromise, sa Pilipino is, ano nga ba yung settlement sa atin eh, you enter your own ending conclusion ng isang dispute. Now, normally lawyers are involved, but just in case, to give you this guidance as well, na just in case you're dealing directly with the opposition, just in case in any circumstances na may dispute kayo, in any case na meron kayong kailangang i-settle or kailangang ilagay into writing when you say, okay, ito yung compromise natin dalawa ha. These are useful guide kung ano yung kailangan yung ilagay doon. So the first thing is sino, who are the parties you're trying to settle. It seems like common sense naman yun, attorney, alam naman namin kung sino kami. But sometimes company ba yan? Individual ba yan? Minsan si Mr. yung nakikipag-usap pero actually yung dispute ay kay Mrs. yung kamag-anak lang yung nakikipag-areglo. So you really have to pinpoint kung sino talaga yung parties doon sa agreement. So that's a very, very simple but useful guidance. In anything, any compromise, that's good to know that parties, party 1, party B, ganun. Next is scope. Ano ba yung inareglo nyo? What is the scope of settlement? Ito ba ay utang, including counterclaim? Ito ba ay personal injury claim? Is this an employment dispute? Including grievances nung kabilang nung employee? Is this a harassment claim? Is it a landlord and tenant claim na including then yung counterclaim ng kabila? So you always have to include kung ano yung pinag-awayan nyo na ngayon ay settled na. The reason being, tatanong mo, diba, again, common sense yan. Why are we saying that? Ano naman klaro naman may pinag-aawayan kami. Now, the problem is sometimes, halimbawa, nag-away kayo about boundary. And then nag-away din kayo dahil yung fence ay nasira. Sabi ko, yung neighbor ko, nasira yung fence. Tapos, dahil nasira yung fence, nasira din yung lawn. So, eto, full and final settlement. Ano ba yun? Full and final settlement sa fence lang, sa lawn. Is that for grievance, yung inconvenience? Is that for legal costs, which I will talk about later, or other costs? So it's always important to just say in plain terms, ano yung pinag-awayan nyo na ngayon tapos na hindi nyo na pwedeng balikan. Full and final settlement of the dispute. The third one rather, is if it's a payment by installment or full payment, lump sum, and kung installment siya, may interest ba yan? Kasi parating meron tayo, ang daming mga nagtatanong ng kababayan, almost like a new contract, yung agreement na to. If you are going to pay and you expect an interest on it, if you are demanding a payment from them and they said, okay, I can pay you within 2 years, ngayon yung napag-usapan, do you expect interest from that? And if so, lagay nyo doon. So that's quite important. So, may nangutang sa'yo, sabi, hindi ko kaya pwede ba 2 years, hulugan na lang. So we say, sino? Who? Lalagay nyo. Ano yung scope? Ito yung scope natin. Wala. Ito yung utang mo ha. This is the full and final settlement ng utang mo between this time, 2015 to 2020-21, yung utang ko sa akin. And now, yung full na utang na yan, you're gonna pay back within the next 2 years, pero may interest na ganito. So that's an example of that. Next is legal costs. Now, this is an agreement, so you can bargain between you kung ano yung pag-uusapan, what you're gonna agree upon. Minsan sasabihin nila, okay, because inamin mo na may kasalanan ka, you also have to pay my legal costs. So you can put that there. Or sometimes sasabihin, each party bears their own legal costs. Whatever it is, kung ano man yung napag-usapan nyo, you have to put it there. And you have to make it clear kung ano mangyayari dun sa legal cost. Especially kung naumpisahan na yung court proceedings. So if you have a lawyer, your lawyer will naturally ask about that. But if you don't have a lawyer, it's always good to make sure na klaro kung ano mangyayari sa legal costs. The next one is a bit interesting, much more for commercial purposes. It's called confidentiality clause. Minsan, ayaw mong malaman ng buong industriya that you settled with this person, especially in business, or even in a personal setting, in a social setting. So you might want to add something in there now. The existence and the terms of this
settlement agreement must be kept confidential by both parties. So that's a normal clause. We've used that sometimes in the business industry for business clients because they don't want say other suppliers to know that they settled with this supplier, but not with other suppliers. So that's the reason for that. And the other clause, we call it acceleration clause. So what is an acceleration clause? Remember, a few minutes ago, I talked about payment by installment. So, isa sa usual na clauses na nilalagay namin. Kasi ayaw na namin maulit-uli yung dispute. Ayaw na namin bumalik uli sa court just in case na hindi magbayad yung kabila. If you think may problem with paying the installments, so two years, what normally we put there is if they miss one payment, the whole sum is due. We call it acceleration clause. So, pag na-miss yung isang payment, say for example, ngayon yung umpisa ng installment, and it's gonna run for 2 years. So, the other party paid April, but did not pay May. So what if you have an acceleration clause which pretty much says like this: if any of the installment payment is missed, then the whole of the settlement sum is due. And sometimes kung nandun siya sa what we call consent order, kung dispute proceeds, sometimes we will even go on to say, and the claimant can then apply for judgment against the whole debt. So if you are the one who is trying to impose a settlement agreement, it's quite helpful to say, oh, binigyan na nga kita ng isa pang pagkakataon. If you still miss an installment, the whole sum will be due. Because, sasabihin, the reasoning behind that is we cannot go on with this dispute forever. There would have to be a certain line, a line to be drawn at some. Please keep in mind those things. Quite simple. Some of those a bit legalistic legalese in terms of quite technical. Pero one or two of those are quite technical, but the rest is pretty much straightforward.
Attorney, okay. Paano nga ulito? Ano nga itong, ito yung mga settlements yata? You're talking of settlements?
Settlements, yeah. Settlements.
Compromise. Number one, parties. Sabi mo, parties.
Parties, yeah. Identify the parties.
Identify the parties.
The scope of dispute, yeah.
Identify the scope of dispute. Ano yung third natin?
Payment. Kung ano ba yung payment? Installment ba yan? Quite helpful kung may interest ba. If it's installment, minsan ilalagay namin yung schedule Yung, ito May 2021, due date mo, 28th of May, 28th of June, 28th. So it's quite helpful. Make it as clear as possible.
Okay. Legal cost na isa rin yan sa mga elements, no?
Ano ba? Add nyo ba legal cost dyan? It's just something to think about. Confidentiality, quite important, especially in the business setting. Are you going to say you must keep the existence and the terms of the settlement agreement as confidential?
Yung terms, yung pinaka-terms specifics, pero yung nagkaayos or whatever, okay lang yun, walang problema ron.
It depends. Pwede mo sabihin, you can say that it depends on you kasi this is your agreement. So you can say, pwede kang super watertight na confidentiality na both existence and terms bawal sabihin. Pwede din na sabihin mo, okay, you can say na we agreed. You can't say na settled. But normally in the business world, they want to say, no, you must keep existence in terms of their agreement settled because they don't want to give the message to the industry that they are settling.
Anong repercussion niya pag may breach?
Ang confidentiality?
Confidentiality.
It's a breach of contract. It's a breach of contract.
So didemanda, tuloy-tuloy na yung demanda.
If you can prove losses, yeah, it's a breach of contract. Yeah.
Yung acceleration clause, attorney, okay, let's say babayaran ng 10 months. Kung ba 10 months?
Yeah, correct.
Nag-miss ng isa. Parang sabi mo, may clause doon na parang, na-miss mo yan, bayaran, I'm going to call yung pinakakumpletong utang mo na.
Correct.
Pero bakit gano'n? Kunyari, hindi ba pwedeng, for example, first month nagbayad, second month nagbayad, third month hindi nagbayad, fourth month Di ba dapat, kanyari, dapat habulin mo 2 months na lang, halimbawa, parang mahabol?
Eh,
Why do
it's
is there...
totally up to you because what tends to happen, Mr. Laragan, is
Oo,
we put the acceleration clause. Halimbawa, nasa gitna kami ng court proceedings. So
oo.
nag-start ka na ng court proceedings. Nagawa mo na lahat ng homework, lahat ng effort. And then you say, oh, okay na, magsisettle na kami. What you don't want is to start all over again. Sabi mo, we're giving you this chance, yeah? So you have to pay us within 10 months. It's up to you if you don't want to add this. This is not mandatory. This is strategic. If you're the one, if you're the claimant. So what I would say, oh, Mr. Laragan, 5 months kitang hinabol. Binigyan na kita ng time. I have to spend all of that time, of that resources and time. Now we're going to get to this agreement, but I don't want to start all over again. And I don't want to just claim for 2 months. Kasi pag na-miss mo yung 2 months at walang acceleration, halimbawa 200, ang hahabulin ko lang sa'yo 400, tapos you pay me and then na-miss mo na naman. What if na-miss mo na naman? Eh di hahabulin na naman kita ng 200 lang. So it's a bit hard to catch you on that one. Kasi sasabihin mo, hindi, babayaran kita. And then you pay me and then may arrears ka na naman. So the idea is if you miss one, if you really want to settle, if you really want the installment, the starting position is the whole sum is due. But because we're giving you a bit of leeway, we're going to give you 10 months. But if you miss one, the whole sum is due and we can ask for all of the judgment. Rather than, you missed 2, so we have to go to the court and ask for 2 months. And then you pay a little, you pay a few months later, and then you ask and then you miss again and you ask the court for 1 month. It's not very...
May situation, yan, mga ano yan, no? So, may siguro mga 2 individuals yan, no? Yung parties.
Correct.
Experience ko, di ba, nag-pandemic tayo last year hanggang ngayon, no? Pero okay naman, wala namang problema, pwedeng bayaran. Yung sa council, meron kasing they call it parang yung
liability order?
Hindi, yung sorry? Anong order?
A liability order?
Hindi ko alam kung liability order yun. Meron kasi tinatawag na major works. Some yung mga flats, I don't know, a block of flats.
Yeah.
Okay, major works yun. So, kunyari, alamin yung share mo ron. Kunyari, alamin yung share mo. So, sa akin, meron ganun. Pero hindi naman, basta may mga letters yung council, tapos kasama lagi yan eh. Parang, pag hindi mo na bayaran, you might call ganun, yung parang, you will have to pay the whole, yata, ganun.
It's a very classic. It's a classic
Standard ba yun? Standard ba na laging lalagay yun?
It's a standard one. It's a favorite of lawyers to add to any installment na.
It's
pretty standard. It's pretty standard actually.
Pretty standard yun, oh.
Pretty standard. If somebody asks for it, what we normally say is, I would actually, if I'm on the other side, how I explain it, I would actually ask for it myself. So ganun din yung gagawin ko kung ako yung kabilang abogado. So that's
kunyari, ako, ano gagawin ko ngayon? Pero hindi ko masyadong napapansin mo din eh. Pero, may installment halimbawa yun. Tapos, biglang yun, it's now a part of the letter na yun, bayaran mo na yung huli, yung buong amount. Yun ang standard na sinasabi nila, attorney. Pero wala naman, hindi, enforceable ba kagad yan? Or meron naman
enforceable. They can enforce it. They can say, look, you breach and we're triggering this provision, all the sum is due to pay by this date. Yeah.
Okay. Attorney, may bumabati si Christine Myra Hartley rito, no? Ayan, mga kaibigan, yung pinag-uusapan natin, yung mga settlements, mas maganda rin maski paano nasa settle kaysa umaba-haba yung demandahan ninyo, no? Kung meron kayong common ground na pwedeng pag-usapan, na no? Mas mabuti yatang mag-settle din kung yung ba mas magandang advice, attorney? O tama ba o mali?
Yes. Kung nandun ka na sa time na alam mo na yung merits ng case mo or alam na ng abogado yung merits ng case mo, you have the information there available and you can weigh the evidence and sometimes hindi perfect yung evidence. So you have to buy out what we call the litigation risk. The risk of a judge not siding for you, not giving a judgment in your favor. That's what we call litigation risk. Just purely because may discretion sila how they read evidence, who they like better, expert A or expert B. We call it the beauty parades of experts.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's down to that. Sometimes it's
Beauty.
down to it's actually
Beauty
it
parade. Ayan
really
talaga ang terminology niyo sa industry. Beauty parade of
yeah, it's the term.
experts.
It's the term that we use. It comes down to a beauty parade of experts, and a judge who is not, to be honest, not an expert at all, will have to choose between those two, and that's what we call litigation risk, and you have to keep that
Oo,
in
tama.
mind.
Oh, okay. All right. Ito, teka muna. Ito si Christine Myra Hartley bumabati sa ating attorney, no? Ayan, sabi niya, hello
Hello
po, more
po,
power
more
po sa
power.
inyong programa. O, yan. Hartley,
Salamat,
no?
Christine.
Taga ano ka ba,
Hartley,
Christine?
yeah.
Taga Leeds ka ba? Sorry, Leeds ba or Derby, no? Kung taga Derby ka ba?
May
Okay.
kilala ko.
Sabi ni, tanong, name your top 3 cases this was na laging case dito sa UK. Ano ba ang most common cases dito?
Debt claim, breach of contract. Breach of contract is debt claim is the same anyway. So that
Breach of
one,
contracts. Ganun.
breach of contract and debt claim are pretty much the same. Ngayon, maraming landlord and tenant disputes. Marami ngayon because of the pandemic. And maraming breaches of contract because of the pandemic. And as I've said, debt claim. So it
Okay.
depends, Edgar. Depends sa
Depende.
ekonomiya and depende sa nangyayari around us. So that's the interesting part of law. We follow as well kung ano yung nangyayari sa mundo. So kung may nangyari sa mundo, makikita mo sa type of work na darating sa'yo.
Ay, taga Devon pala si attorney si Christine.
Ano namin taga-Devon?
Attorney Danna, yung case ko na naipasa ko po sa iyo, meron po bang merit kasi ask yun ng ACS now na nag-resign nako? Okay. Nag-contact ba siya sa iyo?
May kumontak, may nagbigay ako ng initial. Meron kaming ni-review namin, Christine. I'll send you, I think best to
Taga
send you
Devon yata
privately.
siya, from Devon siya.
Best to send you privately.
Privately na lang. So, ayan, no?
I'll send you
Okay.
privately, Christine. We did have a look at it.
Ayan, ito yan. Sabi attorney, yung case ko na po, okay, naipasa. Sige, okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
we finished the review and we'll send it to you directly.
Okay. Ito, attorney, may tanong dito, no? Mula kay Emma, no? Si Emma, no? Hello. Sabi niya, may boyfriend po ako. 3 years na po kami, pero napapansin ko na parang naglilihim sa akin. Gusto ko pong tingnan ang mga messages sa mobile niya para mahuli ko. Pwede ko po bang gawin to? Total, nagsasama naman po kami.
I think
Parang Rafi Tulfo dito. May maraming...
Rafi-
si Rafi
Rafi
Tulfo,
Tulfo.
dami. Ang programa ni Rafi Tulfo, ano pangalan nun? Yung title niya, basta yung mga drug lords o yung mga kusino, mga more hanggang sa napunta na sa mga hiwalayan, merong na love affair na, no, mga ganun, no. Ayan, so may boyfriend. Pwede ba silipin ang
Emma,
cellphone?
I'll say this as a family lawyer. Na nakahanap, I've come across a lot of clients, their stories, yung mga relationship stories. It's better to have a chat with him rather buksan mo yung messages niya. Everyone has a right to privacy, pero sabi nga nila, wala namang karapatan masaktan ka o i-break yung heart mo ng boyfriend mo, but it is better really to just have a chat with him kasi in terms of the law, property niya yung mobile niya, including all the information in that mobile, the fact na nagsasama kayo o kahit mag-asawa kayo, there's still a level of expectation of privacy sa kahit sino. Pero I empathize with you sa nararamdaman mo. I've heard a lot of stories from my matrimonial clients. Really, the best thing to do is tanungin mo, makikita mo rin yan sa sagot pag tinanong mo. You know him better than anyone else. Tanungin mo ng diretso, makikita mo kung nagsisinungaling o hindi.
Ayun. Kausapin mo.
Kausapin mo, yeah.
Pagka hindi ka sinagot, ito hindi sa legal, ako na mag-advise, no?
Ayun,
Ibang,
this is the legal. Ayun yung
sa'yo, yung
si
legal, sa akin lang,
Counsel.
oo, sa akin lang siguro, what you could probably do is, kausapin mo rin. Kausapin mo.
Mamaya, bibigyan ka ni
Kausapin
Sonny.
mo. Di ba? Susundan ko si attorney. Kausapin mo. Pagka tanongin mo, ano ba pinaglilihim mo? Di ba? Bakit ka naggaganyan, no?
Yeah.
Pinigay ko na sa'yo ang lahat ng sa akin,
Or,
no? Ang pag-ibig ko sa'yo,
or,
di ba? Oh,
or
ano,
tanong
attorney?
mo, sabihin mo, eto, bluff mo. Tanong mo, sabi niya, tanong mo diretso, pwede ko ba mabasa yung mobile mo kung wala ka talagang tinatago?
Director rin
Kasi
po pwede.
kung wala naman talagang siyang tinatago, papabasa niya.
Oo.
Kung
Oo.
tinatago siya, hindi niya papabasa sa'yo.
Oo, baka ang problema niya, marami siya mga investments, ayaw niya makita mo kaagad, sige tinatago lang niya siguro. Pero dapat matuwa ka. Hindi, siguro, ano na, I don't know, can you sense something, Emma, may nasa-sense ka ba na para bang nanamlay ang love sa'yo o parang, kung hindi naman siguro, pero hindi, kausapin mo lang siguro, you just have to talk to the person.
Love
Oo,
advice
kausapin mo lang.
corner.
Ilabas mo lang na sabi mo, parang napapansin ko, parang hindi ka masyadong open sa akin, di ba? So,
Baka
yun.
i-post ni Emma next week yung
Oo. Oo nga, parang yung mga sagot ng...
nag-inapit pa tayo dito.
Oo nga. Hindi, totoo yan. Ano ba programa ni Rafi Tulfo nagsimula as yung mga basta police report, mga mga drug di ba? Action yata. Ganun, napunta sa mga ganun napunta sa lab, napunta ka sa kung ano-ano, yung mga asawa, ganyan, hiwalayan.
Panawagan sa boyfriend ni Emma. Pakita mo na yung mobile mo para mabigyan na ng
Oo.
peace of mind. Oo.
Oo. Unless may tinatago siya,
happy na.
no? Pero attorney, dapat din may privacy talaga din, di ba? Maski paano may
May
privacy din.
expectation of privacy. No, parang yan, debate yan para sa Sonny Laragan show mo. Privacy,
Oo nga.
complete privacy,
Ay,
o magbibigay ka ng password sa...
bukas, yan ang topic namin siguro. Anong
Oh,
kumari ko,
ayan,
no?
Emma, galing ah.
Mamanood ka bukas, baka sakaling na maging topic natin doon sa bukas ng tanghali, alauna.
Tag mo si Kuya.
Yes, oo. Itag mo si sweetheart mo, ayan, kasi nasa legal advice corner tayo. Siyempre, pwedeng bigay na advice niya, no? Yung talagang legal lang.
Yung purely legal lang.
Yeah, purely legal lang. Oo, tama, di ba? So, eto, attorney, yung kanina sabi mo, ang tinanong ka ni Edgar, ang mga, yung mga breach of contracts, mga, ganyan, no? Death claims, ito, no? Oo. Ito, next question natin, final question na natin to. Paano po, ang gagawin ko para masingil ko yung dating friend ko na may utang sa akin. From Susan to, no? Pwede ba akong magdemanda?
Yes, Susan. So the first thing that you need to do is we call letter before claim. So we spoke about this before. Kailangan mo i-summarize muna sa kanya. Parang final demand letter na ito yung utang, ito yung agreement nyo, dapat ibalik ng ganitong date, hindi nabalik. Therefore, your friend breached the contract. And the full sum is due, and it should be remitted to you by, say, within 7 days, failing which you are left with no choice but to commence legal proceedings. So you send that over. Yan ang rule ngayon. We call it the pre-action protocol. Kailangan mo munang gawin yan, letter before claim, bago ka magdemanda. Kung hindi ka binayaran within that time period, yes, pwede ka na magdemanda. And you need to find out where she lives or he lives, details niya. You need to set out your claims and the particulars of claim. But it's fairly straightforward. So the answer is do a letter before claim, at kung hindi pa rin binayaran, you can commence legal action.
Ito, attorney, I don't know kung you can tackle this o pwede mong anuhin to, no? Pero hindi ko alam kung immigration to, pero something about Philippine law, okay, and sabi na, something about, sabi niya, attorney, si Christine, no? Si Christine pa rin to, attorney, ito, sabi niya, okay, sabi niya, tingnan natin, something about kasal sa Pilipinas, Sabi ni attorney, dual citizens po kami ng anak ko. Siguro
Ooh,
Philippines siya ano, okay.
yeah,
Kinasal kami ng
yeah,
asawa ko sa Pinas. Ang asawa niya siguro Hartley dahil British, no? Then 6 years
yeah.
old na kinasal kami ng
Anak
asawa ko sa
namin.
Pinas. Then 6 years old anak namin. Kapag naghiwalay na kami, yung law sa Pinas applicable dito sa UK, guide me po. Parang paano ba yan?
Uh,
Kasal
Naghiwalay ba kami yung law sa Pinas? No, if you if you're habitual resident here, if yung jurisdiction ng buhay nyo, kahit na kinasal, may there uh, certain families na andito sila, andito talaga yung jurisdiction nila, ay dito nakabase yung family, dito yung assets nila, andito lahat, andito yung anak, andito yung family. So you could say na andito yung jurisdiction sa UK, regardless na saan ka kinasal, Pilipinas, sometimes may kinasal elsewhere. You can start the proceedings here, but if you start the proceedings here, the applicable law is the UK. Now, the thing is that kung nag-divorce ka dito, you still have to get
may
yourself
kasal pa sila sa
divorced.
Pilipinas pa
Yes,
rin. Oo,
exactly.
yun ang ano, no?
Kailangan
Oo.
doble pa rin, yeah. And you know
Oo.
that. I think we know that
Oo.
for a fact. So, inisipin mo kung magdodoble ka ba o what are you gonna do, whether you're gonna get advice. If sa Pilipinas ka, you have to get advice from a family lawyer in the UK. I'm not a practicing lawyer in the Philippines. I'm not a practicing lawyer in the Philippines, so I can't advise you on that. If you are based in the UK, and if you have jurisdiction, if you have enough na links sa UK, then UK law can apply. And yes, I can advise you on that one. So I can guide you, but fairly comprehensive, and what you probably want a private chat about that, because it varies depending on the circumstances. You want to have a look at the previous episode, and then you things about finances, about children arrangement order, and also just about applying for divorce. So there are a number of, it's a YouTube then, if you scroll through the past videos, maraming guidance on about mostly about matrimonial finances and children arrangement order. So I hope it would be able to help. But we can give you a call if you give us your personal circumstances, but probably not live. It's for your own privacy as well.
Yes. So, at saka hopefully, no, we might come up with ito, mukha ako na lang yata ang ano, ako lang ang lalaki, no? Ikaw, Attorney Danna, well, girl, no? Tapos si Attorney Lira, sa immigration, ikaw sa ano rito, no? Sa
Yeah.
legal advice corner natin. Baka hopefully we can have a program on a Monday, a segment about the Philippine law naman. Para kung may mga tanong kayo about the Philippines,
Yeah.
yon, sa ano yun, abangan ho ninyo yun, no? Doon sa Sonny Laragan Show on a Monday. Parang isang segment kung may mga tanong kayo about yung kunyari, mana sa Pilipinas, o anong gagawin
Right.
nyo sa Pilipinas, niloloko kayo ng asawa nyo ron, na padala kayo ng padala ng
Sa
pera.
Pilipinas.
Oo, sa Pilipinas, anything that concerns sa Pilipinas. We'll come up with a short segment, just like yung segment ni Attorney Danna is started as a segment, not program na ngayon. Segment, it used to be a segment of the Sonny Laragan hindi ko alam kung ano show, ang program na, Sonny Laragan Show yata yung segment. Ngayon full-fledged na ano na yun. It's a full program na. Ito lang kay Attorney Danna. Ito. Okay, so ito okay, ito isang question na lang, Attorney, bago natin bago tayo magpaalam, no? Okay. Lahat ba lang, sabi ni Chester Lamotos, no? Si Chester, I think si Chester is from Leeds, no? Sabi niya, lahat ba ng pagkakautang ay applicable for settlement agreement? Like for example, yung kaya ko lang bayaran.
Chester, a settlement agreement is an agreement that is reached by both parties, kumbaga approved ng both parties. So it's not really about kung ano yung gusto ng one party or ano gusto lang ng isang party. It's really about kung saan kayo, ano yung what you can agree on. So if you say, oh, eto lang yung kaya kong bayaran, you'd have to persuade the other party to agree to that. So that's really a settlement agreement. It's an agreement between the two of you. So So it does include that, but you have to persuade. Kailangan mong kailangan ng kabila na aprubahan yung proposal mo.
Ayan. Okay. All right. Ata, may joke lang dito si Edgar. Sabi niya, pero joke lang to, no? Ano ba yan? Teka muna. Ano ba to? Teka muna. Mukha yatang nag-graphy tool po. Pero maganda rin to. Maski nag-graphy tool po tayo tonight. No? Sabi niya, kasi yung anak ko, ang gusto kong ma-secure sa akin. Dehado po kasi ako akala ko family dito, nagkakampiyan sila. Ay, family siguro na nagkakampiyan. Para kinakampiyan. So, siguro silang dalawa lang nung anak niya. Yung mga anak mo, hindi ba? Okay. Yo. Pero anak ba ninyo yun? Anak ba ninyo ni Mr. Hartley yun? Si anak nyo? Gano'n, no? Yung sinasabi mong dehado.
Ay, iba ba to? Hindi ba ito itong yeah.
Oo, kasi sabi niya, di ba? Parang ano ba sabi niya, attorney? Kasi yung anak ko, ang gusto kong ma-secure sa akin. Ma-secured sa akin? Dehado po kasi ako. Ala akong family. Ito medyo na-discuss mo dati, no? Pero para malinaw, siguro, Christine, medyo ano lang, no? Hindi natin masyadong kumpleto ang kasi yung anak ko ang gusto kong ma-secured sa akin. Ano ibig sabihin na ma-secured sa akin?
Children arrangement order ba yun? O sa finances? If it's
Dehado po kasi ako. Wala daw siyang family. O nga. Parang hindi masyadong Pero okay lang. Sabi ni Chester, attorney, thank you, attorney, more power to your show. Ayan,
no worries,
Chester. Paki-share lang ho mga kaibigan. Share this program para ho sa atin itong mga Pinoy. Wala hong ganitong programa rito sa United Kingdom, kung tutuusin, no? At first time ho ito. So, ayan, kasama ho natin yung ating pinakamamahal na abogadang nasa Ramadan ho. At hopefully in 2 weeks time, medyo, I don't know kung baka hindi na siya kakain talaga, no? Tuloy-tuloy na. No?
Kaya talaga hindi ko kayang mag-umpisa yung show kasi talagang dehydrated.
Dehydrated, yes.
Wala ako mag-refresh. Maglagay ng makeup. Mukha akong dehydrated pag hindi ako
Pero lahat yan, attorney, lahat yan, pag inom mo ng tubig at saka pagkain mo, yun nga, kanina lang mga 8:30 years o 8 plus na, 8 no? Wow, ako napakahirap, parang hirap yatang sundan. Pero kung sinasabi mo yung mga bad cells kinakain ng because of fasting, okay din siguro. That's good news, no? At yung mga merong dito, may diabetes, maski paano may nangyayari na naitutulong na kumbaga may, di ba? Nakakatulong. Okay. Oy, ako na tayo, 10 past na tayo pala. Sige, attorney. Oo nga. Well, namiss ka kasi namin dahil makikita ka na namin uli next Tuesday na naman, no? Ayan,
Slightly mga 8:45 po tayo. Pasensya na po. 2 weeks na lang po. Babalik na po tayo sa usual programming. Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat. Tama. Well, makita ka lang namin, attorney. That's okay na. Alam namin siguro talagang no? Siguro ikaw ay nagpa-fasting pa kaya naghabol ka pa para kumain at we had to move the program time. Pero yan, 2 linggo na lang ho, mga kaibigan, at back to normal tayo, no? Parang COVID yan, no? Parang yung new normal, may new normal, no? Attorney, ito, anak po namin 2. Yung anak namin, sabi ng nanay ng asawa ko, gawan na raw ng paraan na dito, na di ko madadalas anak namin. Ginagamit nila mental health.
Children arrangement
mental health ko regarding sa work-related stress.
Yeah, children arrangement order. Message mo yung whole situation, Christine.
Sige, i-message mo kay attorney.
Yung mga children arrangement order episodes din kami previously. Also have a look at that. But it's a bit more complicated than a 20-second answer.
Tama. Totoo yan.
More complicated.
Totoo yan.
You would want a specific advice on this one.
Totoo yan, oo. Ayan, hindi, kailangan may mga detalye talaga. Hindi pwedeng yung lang yung parang answer na, we can, parang as a guidance lang yung mga sagot ninyo.
It will boil down as to safeguarding concern, yun yung general, and it will
Kafkas will probably be involved in giving a report, but I think you need a bit more than generic on that one.
Ayan. Okay, well, yun na muna kay no, yung ating last na comment and message from our viewers, no, kay Christine Hartley. Okay, well, sige. I guess it's time for us to say goodbye. Magpapaalam tayo. Attorney, baka meron ka mga shout-outs and of course, let them know kung paano, how to contact you, no? Sige, Attorney, go ahead, please.
Yes, maraming salamat po for bearing with us yung mga unusual times natin in the last 2 weeks and in the next 2 weeks. So, thank you for bearing with us. Sa lahat ng mga virtual support bubble, nagtanong, nag-participate. Thank you, nakakatuwa, nakaka-miss pag wala dito. It's kind of good because it feels like coming back home. So, maraming salamat po for this virtual Filipino home. If you would like to ask any questions or give us a summary of your issues, email d.quinto@dvsolicitors.com or call me at 01234225 Again, it's d.quinto@dvsolicitors.com or call at 01234225 To everyone, keep safe, keep strong. And to our lovely Mr. Laragan, kayo din po, mahal na mahal din po namin kayo. And thank you so much, as always, for organizing this and for being such a great co-host. Thank you, Mr. Laragan. It's a Mr. Laragan appreciation shout out. Oh, sorry.
Ako nga talaga itong natutuwa at very proud and honored na we have you dahil, di ba, dumating yung time na hindi natin akalain magkakaroon ng pandemic and then this program started. Nagkaroon ng ganitong programa na which enlightens our kababayan sa legal aspects, no, ng mga bagay-bagay ng life natin sa United Kingdom. And we're so thankful. So it's may mutual ano yan na parang love for one another. We love you. They love me also. We love each one of us, no, dito. And thank you for welcoming us in your tahanans, no, or wherever you are, watching us and keeping us company dito sa ating programa. So, let's do it again. Let's do a happy Thursday again next Thursday. Happy Tuesday again on Tuesday ho, no? At penultimate na ba yan ng yung week ng iyong
penultimate na.
so 2 weeks na lang ho at makakasama natin mukhang kalagitnaan yata ng May May yata yan, no? More or less.
Just before yung May 17. I think before ng May 17, magkikita tayo bago talaga yung third year ng
lockdown. May 17. And hopefully the next one is June.
Magkikita tayo. I think May 11 ang last one. So
May 11. Okay. All right. So we're looking forward to having you, Attorney. Well, the mere fact na kasama ka namin okay naman we're just may worry lang kami na kakayanin ba ni Attorney, no, sa andyan pa, pero I'm sure kakayanin mo yan at 2 linggo na lang and of course we'll go back to normal. So once again, Attorney, thank you very much. Once again, mga kababayan, maraming salamat po sa inyong pagsubaybay sa amin. Don't forget to check out our Tuesday nights dito ho sa Filipino TV UK. Siyempre, walang iba kundi yung ating Legal Advice Corner with yung pinakamamahal nating abogada, si Attorney Danna Quinto. So, we'll see you again. Take care, good night, and sleep tight. Bye!
Bye-bye.